his story includes every single player he inspired along the way and every single person he inspired to see the way, to be their very best on the biggest day, on the biggest stage.
We're coming back.
This is the story of Super Bowl 55. This is NFL Total Access. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are Super Bowl champions, and Rob Gronkowski is in his element, partying it up at Disney World. Robbie G joins us later in the show in an interview you do not want to miss. So go ahead, heat up those leftovers, the sliders, the wings, all of that, and welcome into NFL Total Access. I'm MJ Acosta-Ruiz. What a dominant performance by the Buccaneers on both sides of the ball last night, as Tom Brady and the Bucs defense took home Tampa's second Lombardi Trophy and second major sports championship in just 5 months. They joined the NHL's Lightning. And joining me tonight are Hall of Famer LaDainian Tomlinson, Super Bowl champ David Carr, and 5-time Pro Bowler Steve Smith Sr. Now, guys, we've got so much to dig into for this game, but let's start with your reaction to Super Bowl 55. LT, in just one word.
Defense. Defense still wins championships. I said earlier in the week, guys, that I didn't think defenses could win championships anymore. I thought it was all about the offense. Boy, was I wrong. I put my foot in my mouth.
No, you didn't, man. You knew what you were talking about. But I will say relentless, and I agree with LT because it was a relentless pursuit of Pat Mahomes. He was never able to get comfortable in the pocket. He was scrambling for his life the entire night.
My word is shilly-shally. Very hesitant with the Kansas City's offense. All over the place. Where they weren't consistent. They've been known to throw the deep ball, but yet they would check down Charlie, and that was not a recipe that was successful for them. That's why Tampa Bay Buccaneers are the Super Bowl champs.
Mine was unreal because, of course, once again, Tom Brady does what nobody thinks he can do. But, guys, let's take a look back at how it all went down. Let's get to these highlights. Chiefs at Buccaneers. I mean, Patrick Mahomes is looking to win another one back-to-back. 6-1 in the postseason. Didn't lose any steam there in that hype. Speaking of hype, Tom Brady, getting it going. First quarter, Bucs ball trailing 3-0. Stop me if you heard it before. Brady to Gronk. 8 yards for the score there, guys. I mean, we've seen it before. We love it. So do these guys here. Second quarter, the Buccaneers ball. They were still leading 7-0. Tom Brady fakes the handoff. Look at that. Woo. Ronald Jones, or Haig rather, almost had it. Haig left it there. The big fella had to get it done, but wasn't able to. No matter. 2 plays later, Bruce Arians and the Bucs decide to go for it on 4th and goal. Now Ronald Jones rushes it in, gets stopped short at the goal line. Look, it's right there, you guys. And this was one of these things towards the beginning of this game where we're like, it's a game of inches without question.
Yeah, it's huge stuff.
Guys, trying to figure this out there as they're sitting on the bench. So ensuing Chiefs possession, Patrick Mahomes steps up in the pocket, throws to Travis Kelce. He drops it, David.
Wow. Yeah, guys got to help him out. Great play by Pat.
That was the story of the game. Ensuing Bucs possession, Brady to Leonard Fournette. It's tipped and picked by Tyrann Mathieu, but a flag for defensive holding. Mathieu not happy whatsoever. We see a little bit more of that.
Yeah, it's a huge penalty.
Yeah, Mathieu.
Huge penalty right here, MJ. I don't know if you call that play, if you have the chance to call it again. I didn't like it.
Ryan Suckup then for plays later hits the field goal. Another flag. And Antonio Hamilton there was called for defensive offsides. I mean, it was actually McCole Hardman, though, that was lined up incorrectly there. Next play, it's 1st and 10. Tom Brady to whom? Somebody say it for me. Gronk. Yes, there it is. But there's
these corners struggled all game trying to cover these guys. It was nothing like we've used to seeing the Kansas City Chiefs.
That trash talk too. We'll have more on that a little later. Ensuing Chiefs possession, Patrick Mahomes under pressure. Another story of the game. Just had to throw it out of bounds there. They settled for a field goal after that one. Mahomes, I mean, just a rough night for the kid there. Ensuing Bucs possession, Tom Brady throws for Mike Evans, but it's incomplete. Guess what? More flags flying after this one, guys.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
It's tough being on that island.
It's rough.
I think that's incidental contact.
3 plays later, Tom Brady to Antonio Brown, the 1-yard score, and the Bucs take the lead 21-6 here. But things start to get a little heated because take another look at that play. Brown very elusive there on Tyrann Mathieu. Very frustrated here. That was, I mean, the whole game he felt like that, just chirping away at Brady. Mathieu just furious on this one. Listen, emotions are high. It's the Super Bowl, but it could have gotten real out of hand there, fellas.
Tom was reminding him who he was. Hey,
Okay.
you played one game.
We're in the
I've
third
been here
quarter now.
before.
It's
Slow
Bucs
down,
ball.
young fella.
Look at this, though, LT. Leonard Fournette, I mean, he just glided right into the end zone there for the 27-yard touchdown. The Buccaneers took the lead there, 28-9. So we go to the next Chiefs possession. Patrick Mahomes sacked by your boy Shaq Barrett. 3 sacks this game on Mahomes. It was just an impossible night for him. Next play, 3rd and 14. Mahomes throws it. It's tipped and intercepted by Winfield Jr. And he is celebrating. I mean, it was the defense on this night for the Bucs was just on a roll. No stopping these guys. They had an answer for everything the Chiefs were throwing their way. Patrick, man, it's rough as we go to the 4th quarter. It's Chiefs ball. They're trailing 31-9. Patrick Mahomes, more pressure. That's what they were doing the entire game. He gets tripped up, throws it sideways, almost levitating there on that one, trying to make something happen to Darrell Williams. It was incomplete. Listen, this is rough. Mahomes, not his best game, but he was trying to force it so. That would not be the case, of course. The Buccaneers go on to win Super Bowl 55, 31-9. Not just win, they absolutely crushed it. Bring out the Gatorade. Let's hear from the guys after the game. Very jovial Bucs postgame.
They stepped up to the challenge, and you go up against a guy like Pat, incredible player, and Aaron, MVP, 2 weeks ago, they played incredible. And then Drew, they played great. They stepped up. They rose to the occasion. And we needed it because playing extremely talented offenses, but just so happy we all came to play tonight.
Hell no, I ain't going anywhere. I'm coming back, try to get 2. And then we'll see after that. But no, this football team, I love these guys.
When we got Tom, obviously, that makes you a contender. You know, he's one of those guys. He's like LeBron. Whatever team you put him on, they're going to be a contender. They're going to be a tough team to beat. And all we had to do was just work hard, like we've been doing. And it just worked out for us.
Gronk's an unbelievable player, teammate, talent, work ethic, commitment. Robbie G. Congrats, baby. I'll see you later.
Tommy G, or Robbie G, but Thomas Edward Patrick Brady already owned all of the Super Bowl records, and last night he added to them. Of his now 7 titles, Super Bowl 55 was the only one that did not require a game-winning drive by TB12. Tom Brady took home his 5th Super Bowl MVP, but the most impressive performance of the night was the Bucs defense as a whole. They limited Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs to just 9 points. What made the Bucs defense game plan so effective here, David?
I mean, when we were talking about it before the game started, and we said, Eric Fisher's out. They're going to struggle as far as the Kansas City goes, the offensive line positions. So maybe they just rush 4, and they did rush 4. But it was a different 4 every time until they got a big lead and they started bringing Shaq Barrett and JPP. I mean, Todd Bowles, the beauty of this defense, yes, you had dominant pass rushers, and you could just go straight ahead, play some zone coverage, kind of like I mentioned even earlier this week. But what they did is they lined up, looked like all-out blitz, looked like different pressure, and they would bring one guy off the slot, they'd bring a corner, and it would be a 4 or 5-man rush, and they would still have enough guys on the back end to cover down. And so for Pat Mahomes, Andy Reid, Eric Bieniemy, it was nonstop. It was relentless. The word I used at the beginning of the show was exactly what Pat Mahomes was feeling all night. And for him to even get a first down, it looked like it just took a heroic effort. And Brady was just back there, just kind of methodically going down the field. So, Pat Mahomes was under duress, but great job by Todd Bowles in this defense of never giving them a chance to even catch their breath and get something positive going. It was nonstop coming at them all day.
You're absolutely correct, David. Back in week 12, you saw Tyreek Hill had 13 receptions, 269 yards, and a lot of that work was done in the first half. However, what seems to be an issue is with the Kansas City Chiefs is the Buccaneers anchored by Todd Bowles, their defense coordinator, he took away their deep ball. And what is puzzling, Kansas City didn't seem to have an answer for taking away the deep ball. We know that Tom Brady is kind of one of those guys who looks touchdown to check down. However, the Kansas City Chiefs look touchdown to touchdown. They don't look at any of the check downs. They don't look for easy throws. Now, they started looking for them in the third and the fourth quarter when the game was out of hand. They were already down by double digits. But you saw a Kansas City Chiefs who are unprepared for eliminating the deep passes, the explosive passes, and they had no answer from literally the first series.
Yeah, and I thought Devin White really set the tempo and the mindset of this football game. And he even talked about it, guys, after the game. He was asked about the Kansas City Chiefs offense, and he said, man, I think they're kind of gimmicky, and we really don't play that type of football. We wanted to come downhill and hit them in the mouth and make sure they knew every single play that we were going to be there. And I want to show you why he did so well in this football game, setting that tempo for his team. He's in the middle right here. You talk about gimmicky plays. Well, this is an option play. They really don't do option football in pro football. This is more of a college play. And Devin White said, okay, you're not going to block me on an option play. I'm going to run and go hit like I always do. Be aggressive. Now, he's going to be in coverage on this particular play. I want you to just watch the speed that he gets to Tyreek Hill. He sees Tyreek Hill in the flats and knows that that's his man if Patrick goes to Tyreek Hill. He does. Watch he get there. He's going to break down. Tyreek is going to try to shake a little bit. Devin White is not falling for that. He's going to push him out of bounds. But watch, after he pushes him out of bounds, Steve, he's going to say something to him. He said, get that weak stuff out of here, man. We here to play football today. And then one of my favorite plays, watch him. He's watching Patrick Mahomes. He's looking at him. Because if Patrick runs, guess what Devin White going to do? He's coming up to hit him. But he sees Patrick throwing the football. So now I'm going to take that too, give me an interception to end this football game. Just a terrific performance by this young man, Devin White. Certainly one of the best young linebackers in the game today. I just love the mindset that the entire defense played with, but he led the way.
And LT, Devin White seemingly knew they would absolutely dominate in this game. We'll run back his predictive Super Bowl wardrobe a little later on in the show. All right, guys, thanks. Time for a social blitz as reaction poured in from across the sports landscape last night. Check this out. King James himself congratulating Brady on the 7-piece nugget from the #WashedGoat. And his former teammate Julian Edelman with the take that will launch 1,000 debates for sure. Can't stop, won't stop, the best ever in all sports. And from future Hall of Famer Adrian Peterson, just one word to describe Tom Brady: unbelievable. Still to come on NFL Total Access, why a closer look at this moment of movie magic reveals more than a perfect leading man and a perfectly written script.